y'all know the vibe. Live on Broadway podcast. Make sure y'all get in tune and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And also get into my gram while you there. I am_Broadway and Live on Broadway podcast.
And we stuck with what we stuck with. Live on Broadway podcast, season 5, episode 500. You heard? Seg 3. Let's talk about it. The topic of discussion is this, right? Will women ever own up and will women? Yo, what happened? Yo, Mark, what up? What's happening? You good? You sure? Yo, Mark. Will women ever own up to picking the wrong men and stop punishing all men for their poor decisions?
I mean...
Bougie.
Yes.
Will you ever own up?
I have. I just haven't done it publicly. I've done it with people who need to know.
Let me finish the question. I'm gonna need you to stop with the periods and the city girl shit because
that energy.
Bougie.
Yes, Broadway.
Will you ever, as a woman, or can we be accountable tonight, right?
Have I?
No. Do you know any women that totally picked the wrong dude every time after time?
Hell yeah, because they got shitty taste.
Your sis, your ex-sis or sis, she constantly picks the wrong dude, then she play run tell that. And then she tell you, yeah, girl, this nigga ain't shit, but the last 4 or 5 other niggas wasn't shit neither, right?
Yeah.
So now, at what point are you holding her accountable? This is a sub question, because that's not really the question. Mm-hmm. The question is, will women ever stop? Let me finish the question. Will women ever stop playing the blame game and hold themselves accountable for just being a poor,
so
making poor decisions?
What I need men to do.
You see what she's doing, right? Whoa, no. I muted her mic. No. Because what's happening right now is she's jumping into the opposite bag. What I'm saying is just answer you see her women. I'm asking you to answer the question. No, you're still muted. I'm asking you to, will women ever stop? What's the question? Will women ever own up to picking the wrong men and stop punishing all men for their poor decisions? Accountability. Answer the question.
Those conversations do often happen. Now, whether y'all are privy to them conversations, whole nother situation, right? Just because you don't see it happen does not negate the fact that it does happen, right? Women absolutely have those conversations with each other, with themselves, but the fact that y'all don't see it, it's almost like because y'all don't see it happen, y'all on some it don't exist. And I'm here to tell y'all it absolutely does. That's what Girl Talk is for. That's what happens over brunch.
So
in the group chat.
So
and the sub chat to the group chat.
So if you're dating a man, right? I'm gonna show
Yes.
y'all something. This is quick knowledge. If you're dating a man, you've been in a relationship with him for 3 years, right? And he's how would you word this way? You've been in a relationship with him for 3 years, and you're sharing the most intimate moments and how you honestly, genuinely feel about him with your friends. Do you think he can carry that one over and know that unless you're sharing it with him?
Can you clarify that? Because I don't know where that went.
That's fine. That's fine. You're
It
not the first, won't
you
be the
went
last.
live, yeah.
What I'm saying is sometimes, respectfully, ladies, right? Sometimes you guys share intimate details and how you honestly feel with your friends, male and female alike, but you don't share it with him. So my thing is it, if a tree falls in Brooklyn and nobody's there to hear it, does it make a sound? Respectfully, it doesn't, because nobody heard it. So if a man, if the significant other that you're dating isn't hearing that that women are holding themselves accountable, it doesn't matter.
I mean, that's
so
bit
so
presumptive.
you guys might be keeping that same energy and holding yourselves accountable amongst yourselves. But if you guys aren't holding yourselves accountable and saying, if you met a dude, if I met a lady and I say to her, listen, you know, I haven't always done right. I fucked up. You know, I cheated over here. You know, I've been a victim of doing too much too soon, and you know that's where I went wrong. I think that she may be able to understand and appreciate me a little bit better because I'm holding myself accountable and acknowledging where I went wrong, my areas of opportunity. Right? I'm gonna let you answer that before I jump into my soliloquy.
Okay, because that was a multi-layered question. Yeah, my partner, I do have conversations with my partner like that.
Okay.
But I often try to benchmark it because, one, you don't want to bring old baggage into a new set of circumstances. You kind of want to treat the current opportunity as a new opportunity. But in the spirit of being honest, yeah, y'all gotta have that question. But at the same time, and I think that comes with time, because if this is somebody who I can be vulnerable with, right, and emotionally safe with, then fuck yeah, I'm gonna tell you that kind of stuff. If I can't, then you're not gonna get that, right? Now, in terms of that whole accountability stuff, yeah, the group chats be lit, right? It'd be like, oh my God, I can't be mad that I'm fucking with this dude again, because this is just this person in a different set of circumstances, excuse me.
It's passion, baby. It's passion.
I know, right?
It's passion.
Hold on, juicy this. But nah, certain set of circumstances all over again, and having to have the accountability with your friends to say, hey, bust it. You deserve better, and this is why this is not okay, and you may not be ready to hear why you deserve better, but I want you to know that I see this, right? Or, yeah, you know, Jamal was kind of like Daquan, who was like Mark. There is a pattern here, and let's talk about this pattern. And it is what it is.
So, all right, so you said a few things, right? And while you're saying that, I'm over here, and I'm just like zoning out, and I'm thinking about, I'm listening to what you're saying actively, right? Not passively. I'm listening to what you're saying, and something that's coming to mind is, you said that you're having these conversations with your women in the group chat, or your friends, male and female, right? But it's your friends, right? What does that matter towards the price of tea in Harlem? What does that matter towards the price of tea in Harlem if he doesn't know?
Well, it does, but I think that it's a twofer, right? I do not expect my partner to be everything for me. You're not gonna be my best friend. You know, you may not love me 100%. If I hit a good 80 to 85%, I'm knocking the shit out the park when it comes to my partner. My homies, they got some time in. They didn't been there for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 relationships, so they know my history. It's a little less judgy. It's a little more receptive. They kind of got a whole lot of information to work with, right? So when I'm on the stand, they bringing up all that freaking evidence. Like, girl, come to
Bougie,
hands.
I have a bad memory, so I want to say this before I forget it. Are you sticking by your friends that's giving you bullshit? What I mean by that is sometimes we stand by and stick by our friends that's giving up bullshit, that's saying bullshit, and we're not holding them accountable. One thing and this is real shit, not podcast shit, right? Y'all know I get up here and I cap and I be saying shit. This is real shit. Sometimes me being a friend, if I'm in your life personally, Broadway the Giant, if I'm in your life, I hold, and this isn't for everybody. A lot of people don't deal with this type of nigga, right? Or this type of personality. I hold your foot to the flame. It doesn't matter if you do some bullshit, if you doing some real right shit. If I'm hyping you up and I'm saying, if one of my homegirls is calling me like, yo, wait, XYZ, I'm like, yeah, sis, but you know you be doing XYZ. And a lot of people a lot of women, let me just be honest for a moment. And this isn't sexism, this is just being honest. I feel like women don't all the time deal with hard criticism or honest criticism as well as men do. Meaning, if you're a woman, I got a second
Yes.
second guess, thank you. I got to second guess how I present this honesty to you. I don't do that. If you're my female friend, I'm like, yo, nigga,
But I think that's about how it's socialized.
I'm like, sis, you know you've been, like, you know you done cheated on the last 4 niggas. This is probably your karma coming back to you. And if you can't deal with that, then you probably feel some sort of way. And I don't have relationships like that, friendship or intimate, right? Because females, in my experience, just in my experience, females aren't always accepted to the hard criticism and the rejection side to whatever hard shit is. I could say to my man, yo, nigga, you been fucking the world with no condom. Yeah, of course, XYZ. If I say that to a woman, she might cancel me as a friend. I know this is a subdivision of the question, but I just want to say that some people aren't able to honestly receive information. And I'm always mindful of who I'm speaking to, and I don't personally keep friends in my life. I don't personally keep friends in my life that I can't keep it 200% with, or 98 more than 2 with, because that's how I want you to keep it 100 with me. I give, don't demand of what you're not willing to ask for yourself. Raina, that's the title of this podcast. Don't ask for what you aren't willing to demand of yourself. Personally.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, I have no problem sharing my opinion. Oftentimes to my detriment, right? But at the same token, yeah, I have said to my my girlfriend, my friends, right, my non-romantic partners,
Yeah.
what my opinion is about what's going on in terms of their choice of whatever they try to
So you
slide
don't be
off with.
offering support just because she's a woman?
No.
You don't
No,
don't give energy.
wrong is wrong, right? And it's like, no, you shouldn't take this. That is not okay. You deserve better. Matter of fact, you fucked up. Cause why? Because I want you to tell me when I fucked up, right? But
That's right.
at the same token, you know, I think it's different when it comes to your partner because there's a lot more involved, right? When it comes from your friends, sometimes the information, the opinion is a little more objective, right? You're not involved with it. You're not involved in the circumstances, so you can kind of see what's taking place from a broader view. When it's the person you waking up to, and then going to sleep with, you got a little more skin in the game, you got a little more at risk, and then subsequently you may kind of color your approach, your opinion, what you are willing to accept, what you are not willing to accept. And it becomes a harder conversation. It's a necessary conversation. I'm not saying that these conversations are not necessary and or appropriate, but I think it becomes, the way it gets served up and presented is different. It's like that, you know, the thing on the Cosby Show when homeboy said, "Hey, yo, what's your favorite meal?" And my dude said, "It's a steak with potatoes and onions," right?
This is on the Cosby Show?
Yes, listen, Dabness, right? And Vanessa brought home her little boo thing.
Who
and
remember Dabness?
Listen, follow with me. And then he said, "Okay, take your favorite meal and put that shit on the lid of a garbage can. It's not quite that appetizing."
Say that shit then, sis.
Shout out to Keith for the customer. But you understand what I'm saying. It's all about the presentation. It's all about how even with your friends, how things are being presented.
Should Bill Cosby be free right now?
Eh.
All right, let's go to the audience. Let's tap in.
I don't want to talk about that.
Right? Pun intended.
It's too much.
Let's go to the group, man. Listen, man, I know me and Bougie been going back and forth, but the question is simply this, guys. Will women ever own up to picking the wrong men and stop trying to punish all men for their poor decisions? Good shit, Queen. Tap in with me, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Tap in with me, guys. I mean, you know what? Look. Let's do this. Let's do this. Allie, give me a mic. You got the mic? All right, let me see. Give Allie the mic, please. I'm gonna show you where I want to go with this mic, right? Let me see. All right, come forward a little bit. Come forward a little bit. Come forward a little bit. All right, cool. Go towards the brother with the red sweater. Okay, and then make a hard left. All right, cool. Show, tap in with me, King. Wait, no. Let me give my guy the proper introduction. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy Showtime, man. He in the room. You know what I'm talking about? Showtime Battle League. Yeah, man. Show out here working,
My mic
man.
is on?
Yeah, you good, man. Shout out to my guy Show. Do you feel, in your opinion, King, that women will ever own up to their to picking the wrong men and stop trying to punish all men for their poor decisions?
See, I'm torn in between with this because what I like to do to people a lot, I like to take gender away. And then what you have is a fucked up person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I hold people accountable for everything. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are not receptive to a lot of things because if you're doing the same thing over and over again, that means you never learned nothing.
Period.
So that means for me, because I had a female tell me, "Oh, I deal with street niggas. You soft." I said, "Oh, because I'm soft because I'm articulating my words. I'm expressing myself because I do have feelings, and I'm letting you know that."
Facts.
So I have 2 daughters and 5 sisters. I don't have time to be treating somebody like this. So if it's not receptive to you and you wanted something different and I'm giving you that, then obviously you didn't learn something. So I'm not going to be a willing participant to hurt myself. So I'm holding myself accountable at that point. You feel me? So like that's how I stand with people. And if a tree falls or something happens or you a case manager on a job and you do all this damn work all day and you don't put that note in and bill Medicaid or whatever the fucking company you're supposed to bill, that shit didn't happen.
Period. I like that. Drop the mic and walk away, King.
He said if you a case manager, you ain't put the note in. I like that.
I like that. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting, very interesting. Mark, do me a favor. Go towards the back, King. Right? Go towards the back. I'm gonna show you where I want that mic to land. Hold on, respectfully. Let's get this over here. Let's come around the pole. All right, go towards the right there, right where you are. Yep, stop the mic right there. All right, cool. King, let me ask you something. Do you feel like women will ever, simply put, let me just dumb it down and make it plain. Do you feel like women will start, in 2022, do you feel like women will begin to hold themselves accountable? What's your Instagram name and where you tapping in from?
My Instagram name is _22Leezy, and I'm tapping in from the Lower East Side.
Tap in.
And
round of applause.
I don't know. It's 2022, man.
A lot of whole shit, fuck shit going on.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Listen. So look, right? I believe in accountability, right? I haven't always done things the right way. I have my areas of opportunity, ways that I need to improve in about myself, and I think that men, we need to do better to give women a better representation of what leader and leader-esque qualities look like, right? Ladies, would y'all agree?
Yes.
Ladies, would y'all agree?
Yes, I was trying to follow these cues. Yes.
Okay, we need to do better, right? What that means sometimes and what we need to do better in is, respectfully, if there's a heated conversation or whatever is going on, and women, you know, I'm not saying this is all the time the case, but if women start panicking on us and getting crazy, we need to yield our mic and keep a calm demeanor so that they can. Again, I learned this a long time ago, right? If somebody is talking loud, if you're talking low and you're keeping the same octave, right? Sometimes that'll bring them down. Right? And sometimes that'll control the element. Sometimes that's hard as men. I could be accountable, right? Sometimes that's hard as men because you going crazy, you giving me, but you know, and I'm like, bitch, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now, right? So we as men, we need to be a better representation of what women need to, again, don't ask for what you're not willing to demand of yourself. So with that being said, do you feel as though in your experience, in your travels, that women in your experience have exuded that example of holding themselves accountable?
I feel like dudes just there's certain dudes that mess it up for other dudes. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, like.
All right, so
You started us off with on the right road. Go ahead.
Let me get it from the ladies. Mark, right here. Pass it to Twin right here, please. Twin, yeah. Twin. Let me ask you something, right? Let me ask you something, right?
She was like, let me center myself. Let me get myself ready.
Twin, let me ask you, right? Do you feel you have female friends, you have, I'm sure you elementary, middle school, high school, college, you've had friends that come to you about their woes in their relationships, right? Do you feel like they've held themselves accountable and saying, I know why he did X, Y, Z, or I may be the issue, or do you feel like they said, no, nigga, this nigga, don't you know, girl, he done did X, Y, Z again? Do you feel like women hold themselves accountable? This has nothing to do about this women to women. This has nothing to do about men. Just women to women. Do you feel like women hold themselves accountable?
Honestly speaking, both. We can hold ourselves accountable, but still choose to deal with it.
Wait. Delineate more. Give me more to that, because I hear you when you say that, and there's, I agree with that, but then there's a part of, to the listeners and viewers of the pod, they might not understand what that means. So can you break it down where it may be both? Because two things can be true.
For example, we can know he ain't shit, and we can still choose to deal with it because he brings stuff to the table. That we might not have experienced or we like, so we keep him around.
It's that 80-20 rule.
Right.
It's that 80-20 rule.
Like, I know he ain't shit, he ain't this, and that, but I still love him, I still care, so I'ma figure it out.
So wait, let's do a deeper dive, right?
Okay.
If, I love you.
I love you too.
So if a man is saying, all right, so does he become the issue then, or do you become the issue because you know he showed himself, not you personally, but just in general, right?
Right.
He knows he's shown his true colors and exactly who he is, but you chose to bypass that and hit the easy pass. You know what I'm saying? Is he the issue, or are women, or are they the issue?
Neither. It's more so the grass ain't always green on the other side. So you could sit there and accept his flaws because somebody else might be worse. He ain't shit, but somebody else ain't more shit than him. So we gonna sit there and stay with him.
That's a bar, Twin. That's a bar. I could receive that. That's a bar, right? Because women,
devil,
again, we're trying to understand. We're trying to understand what. Again, my effort is I'm a man that's in a relationship and I don't have all the answers. So I look to you guys, I look to stand on your shoulders to see something and hear something I never heard or saw before. You understand me? And I think together, collectively, that's what we should be doing. Outside of the rhetoric and he came in your mouth or you whoop-de-woo-woo. That's all fun banter, right? But in the effort to really understand how women feel as men, and ladies, how men feel, we have these discussions because it's very important to understand and break down. When I say, chill, you need to relax, that doesn't always mean...
Trigger warning. That's a trigger warning for me.
But see, when women say that that's a trigger warning, I could forge a very good argument in saying that's your shit. That has nothing to do with me. Hold on. Whatever triggers you is on you. That has nothing
But that's me being honest and
vulnerable. And I get it,
that's
right?
Y'all want that though, right?
But when men say things, like a woman say, oh, yeah, I feel like, babe, you was a little emotional. That has if I say I don't like the way I feel triggered, that has more to do with me and my experience than it does with you, because you're just telling me how you feel as a result of what I made you feel. But I'm going to tap in right here with my lady and see how she feels about the question that's being asked. Tap in, babe.
Repeat the question.
So the question is, do you believe that women will ever own up to picking the wrong men and stop punishing all men for their poor decisions?
Yeah, I feel like women
lately, from what I've noticed, there's a lot of growth, especially when you're in a different age bracket. Being almost 40, my kind of conversation is a little bit different than it was at 20. So I feel like the women that I surround myself with, if they come to us and say, this nigga ain't shit, the last nigga last year was a shit, the nigga before that ain't shit, of course, I can definitely come to them and explain to them what I feel is the issue. But you can tell someone every day, don't talk to this person, it's red flags, but until they actually feel it or go through a couple of things, will they learn? Because you can always tell somebody, don't put your hand on the stove. They gotta touch the stove to know that it's actually hot. So I feel like women do hold themselves accountable once they get to a point like an aha moment. And it can happen at any time. It can happen dead in the middle of a relationship and something might just go off and you like, you know what my friends did say was true, or my mom or my family, or, you know, I do see certain trigger warnings, and then that's when they're more receptive to get out of certain situations. And then that's when I think it becomes a learning moment for a woman, and they'll say, you know what, yes, it's not all men. But most of the time, we like to use that to make us feel better, like, yeah, them niggas ain't shit, niggas from the Bronx ain't shit, no offense, niggas from Queens or whatever ain't shit, because they try to group certain characteristics together when that just may not be the person for them. Doesn't mean that they wasn't shit in general, just may not be yo shit.
You know you lucky because she real smart, right?
Hold on. No, keep the mic right there. Do you have any hoe friends?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I asked that question because I've had hoe friends.
Uh-huh.
You understand me?
Yeah.
And just being honest. The fuck?
Okay.
No, I've had whole friends, right? I've had friends that are, how you say, excessively compulsive liars? How you say it?
What?
How you say it?
Compulsive liars?
All right. Excessively compulsive liars.
I mean, it's redundant, but the
it's
compulsive liar.
Excessive and compulsive is the same thing, right?
It implies
the same thing.
Being a compulsive liar basically says that
This
it's
is
all
why
the
we
time.
have-
You don't have to say excessive.
This is why we have bougie on here tonight, right? Excessive compulsive liars. The fuck liars, I know. No, so, and respectfully, as a man, and me wanting to achieve my greatness and get to a place that I've never been before and see things I've never saw before, and wanting to entrust my male friends, knowing that they are responsible, I had to X them out and get rid of my whole friends and niggas that were liars. Hold on, let me show you something. The reason why that is because if I'm okay with...
Is it the complicitness? The silent
Very
complicit?
complicit.
The silent complicit,
Yes.
right? The silent agreement.
So if I introduce my man, right, to my lady, and he finds out that, and she finds out that he is a liar, and everything he does, he lie about, and every time I share a situation with her, and she be like, and I be like, yeah, that nigga was lying. I'm just gonna be honest with you. She may look at me different.
I don't know.
Hold on.
It's judgy, but it's still more so like
I
if
mean,
that's
but-
your friends and that's your... I'm new in your life, right? So I can only judge but so much of the people that you have around you. I would think that there's different groups and settings for different things. You might have friends that are business savvy. You might have friends that you could watch all your ratchet shows with and they get your 90 Day Fiance and all of that.
Girl, I live
You know
for
what
90 Day Fiance.
And then you have some friends that, again, are day one childhood friends. They may not always have the best jobs or career, but they're loyal, right? So if they choose to be hoes, I mean, personally, what you would do with your pussy ain't got nothing to do with mine. But
That's that respectability
but
politic.
there's a certain limit. So, like he said, if I know that one particular friend of mine is a hoe and we're doing something all together, again, their loyalty is to me. They're not gonna cross that border and be a hoe to my man because they ain't trying to get punched in the mouth. But I wouldn't leave you in a room by yourself with her. I know I wouldn't put you in a situation if that's the case.
But
if that's what she do, that's what she do. But if she's still a loyal friend, she's still my whole friend.
But like, what did Jay say? What you eat don't make me shit?
Boo. That's where I choose to differ, though, right?
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
You disagree?
That's where I choose to differ, because if my man is a hoe and he for the streets, and I know that personally I'm not, what Hov said, say that shit. don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who
Yeah,
is
Hope ain't
who,
say that originally,
right?
though, but okay.
So to her point, right? So to her point, if I'm the newest person in your life and I see your friends exuding whole energy, and every time, and scrub the ground, scrub the ground, scrub the ground. Y'all know that Migos shit, whatever, right? If every time I see you, you know, and you hollered at like 5 of my niggas, and or 5 of my niggas done knocked your hoe loose, I might be like, yo, like, so what the like? Listen, let's be honest. In the moment, I know I'm segueing. I mean,
You treading into some real deep, murky
I'm
waters
just saying
about what a woman does with her body, real respectability politic that I'm having a slight problem with.
But bullshit.
And nah, I get what you're saying.
Because it's
but
the
at
same
the same
thing for
token,
our side.
no. But my thing is this: you know, your people are your people, right? And I get that whole your friends are a respected representation part of you.
Wait.
At the same, let me. I'll let you talk. Go ahead. Come on, no, because I want to finish this. I want to finish this thought.
If you know that nigga done, if you know his man done fucked the world in the pearls in it, right? If you know that for a fact, cause 7 other 8 niggas chicks done came to you and told you that they done had sexual chemistry and energy with that nigga, you not looking at your nigga a little different?
I mean, I will ask questions. I ask questions. Like, no, are you asking me a question? Are you asking me a question, or are you going to make a decision?
Pass the mic right here. I am asking you a question.
I mean, like, for example, I have friends who lived a life that was outside of the confines of the law, right? However, that does not mean that everybody that they hang with, including myself, engage in that kind of behavior. I was raised on the porch. Okay, I know my boundaries. I be like, oh yeah, see, I'm not built for that life. I ain't built for putting money on books. I'm good. Thank you so much. I'm not coming to visit you. None of that shit. Does that mean I do not have a friendship or a relationship with these people? No.
Not what I heard.
There is a boundary stop point for it. I'm gonna ask you a question about, so okay, I understand that about Darnell, but what about Ray Ray? Because I know they run the street together, but is he knocking these hoes down like Darnell is, or is he just every 3 instead of every 2, right? Questions are important. And if you don't think that women vet these niggas out here, I got a bridge in Brooklyn that I'm trying to get off my pocket for the low. It is what it is. What's up?
I understand with that rationale why so many women are single.
Why? Because we ask questions?
No.
I ain't single, so I don't know what to tell you. I ain't got that
you,
problem.
I'm just saying in general, like.
What?
You can't move the goalposts.
What do you mean I move the goalposts? I don't understand. I never understood what you say when you said that. What do you mean by moving the goalposts?
What I mean is you can't be okay with something for yourself and not be okay with it for someone else.
Who said I wasn't okay with it for somebody else? I would want them to ask. I'm presuming that they're going to be asking questions about me. I got friends that do shit, okay?
Hold on.
That don't necessarily, I would not be surprised that they asking their friends. I presume that they asking their friends.
We don't talk about presume.
Okay,
Bougie.
about the whole shit I might be doing or not doing.
Respect the mic, hold on. What does, somebody Google right now, please, literally in real time, what does the word presume mean? I know, but I want somebody to read it. Please, somebody in your phone, read it. What presume mean? What does presume?
It's a derivative of presumption.
No, presume. Presume means to have an assumption.
Are you going to ask the question or you want the definition?
No, I don't want it from you, Bougie. You give me enough SET words. Hold on. Tap in.
False evidence or evidence that may
that's
not
what
be
presume means. Presume means you are assuming. Assume. And now read the definition, Allie, read the definition of what presume and read all them shits. Come close.
Oh, I gotta come. Oh. Closer?
Other side of the red guy.
The red guy. Go ahead.
Listen, stay red.
All right, tap in. What does presume mean?
To suppose that something is the case on the basis of probability.
Suppose. Suppose means what?
To assume.
Assuming, suppose.
Limited information,
So when
yes.
you say presume, that just tells me that that's an assumption. That's something that you believe. Words have meaning. Don't you have that as
It's
your
a
PTR?
hypothesis.
Don't you have that as your
Word,
She
no,
has her,
it's
on,
not
on,
as my
on
PTR.
Clubhouse, on Clubhouse,
I have
on Clubhouse,
Spider
she has
Puffs
that-
as my
She has a
PTR.
PTR that says presume. Words mean things. Ain't that what that shit
No,
says?
yes, that's not the current PTR though. My current PTR is a very cute little 3-year-old girl dressed up as Spider-Man for her
hold on.
birthday with her Afro puffs.
Let's get it from the folk. Tap in with me, King.
So now it's bougie, right?
Yes, sir. Hi, how are you?
You said that females are checking on other. You said females are checking.
I said women, not females.
I'm sorry, women
Yes.
are checking
Words,
on
yes, let's
other
go.
men based off
Right.
of who they're
What my
around.
pronoun
because
is
of who they're around, right?
My
so
pronouns
it's still
are
stuck
her.
on guilty by association.
No,
So
it's not
wait
about
one second,
guilt.
respect the mic. I need
That's what we
clarity.
doing.
I'm trying to get clarity. Hold on. I'm trying to get clarity. So you said based on their friends,
Yes.
you're gonna check to see if they're hoeing around like their friends, right?
Yeah, what's your
Why
hoe
would we
status?
have to check if you're not basing it off of their friendship?
Because maybe I want information and I can make a better decision based off of the information that
So-
I have, right?
so you look at-
wait, I'm answering
so
your
wait.
question. No, respect my
You
mic,
answered the
okay?
question.
Now respect my mic. Respect my mic. Thank you. So I'm asking questions. I haven't made a decision yet, right? I'm investigating. I'm parsing
Based off of
apart
what?
shit. The information that I gather. Do
But
I
you said
feel?
earlier,
Wait? Excuse
based
me.
off of
This
the
is we
people-
have a one mic policy here, sir, and I have not done speaking. Thank you so much. So when I'm done talking, then
Come
you
on,
can
we gotta
start
advance.
speaking.
We gotta move. It's 2022. Come on.
Can we have security escort?
I know that's right, girl.
People out?
No,
Thank you
but
so
seriously,
much.
listen.
This is where I
But
get
seriously.
bougie at. This is where I get
No,
bougie
but the
at.
problem is, and it's both male and female.
Again,
We look at the circle.
man, woman.
We look at the circle who
Yes.
they're connected to.
Right.
And I want to know this
You
whole
wanna- you
friend,
wanna know.
what value
want
she
to
brings
know.
to you.
You
and
want
I
to
wanna
know.
know why you always hanging out with her. And I want to know why you getting advice from her.
How
I
do you
wanna-
know? First of all,
Hold on.
team,
Let
team,
him land.
team.
Let him
no,
land.
no.
Let him land.
I want him to land.
Hold on. She don't have a mic. She don't have a mic. I muted her mic. Go ahead, King. Go ahead, King. Work.
So I don't care who it is. Anybody can say whatever they want. I'm looking at your circle. I'm looking at what value they bring. I'm looking at who you're getting advice with. I'm looking at what they're doing. And at a certain point where you're going in your life, you're going to have to let some people go. So I want to know what this hoe is doing in your life that's helping you with yourself.
Keep that same energy.
Do you have an answer? No, wait.
I got a fucking answer. I got an answer. Oh, I got an answer. I got a couple of answers.
I want to make sure this comes through clear. Hold on, guys. I want to make sure this comes through clear. Go ahead, Bougie.
I mean, my thing is this. My thing is this. First of all.
If you
You're
give me one more,
moving-
first of all.
I'm gonna give you a couple of more first of alls. Nah, my thing is this. Who's to say that, I mean, it's too subjective. You wanna know what role she play in my life? That might be, my hoe ass friend might be the one to say, nah, girl, fuck with him, stay with him. Why? Because that's the nigga that's
It
gonna
doesn't make
give
her any less of a hoe.
That don't make her any less of a hoe. But she giving me the alley-oop saying, nah, sis, you know what?
Bougie.
The last niggas you've been fucking with ain't got no shit, right? This
me
one,
straight.
this is the hitter. This is the one that you should be fucking with, right? So again, she may
That's
be
who
on
you
her
taking
whole
advice from?
shit. Whoa, do we got a one mic policy here, sir?
I got you. Hold on. Let her work.
And so you presuppose that just because she do hoe shit, that she gonna encourage me to do hoe shit. Guess what? My hoe ass friends know that I ain't built for that shit, right? They know where, like I said, I stay on the porch. I'm good with that. I don't go outside. I ain't in the street. I don't even go on the sidewalk, okay? I might be sitting on a stoop. So because they understand that's who I am, they are not
Not
going
what
to
I
put
heard.
me in a situation. They're not going to put me in a situation
Not
that's
what I
gonna
heard.
Listen, I can tell you what it is, right? They're not going to put me in that situation.
Just not what I heard.
They're not going to put me in those situations, right? So if I want to have, so you can make the presumption or the presumption, excuse me.
Presumption.
I made up some shit, yeah. I had a couple of drinks, but.
No,
Right.
seriously, let me ask you
Like,
this.
no,
Right,
but
hold on,
my
boo,
whole
boo.
ass friends can tell me
boo.
what it is and what it's not. Y'all assume that because I got a hoe ass friend, she gonna encourage me to do hoe ass shit.
But hold on,
And that's not always the case.
Bougie. But listen. This is a rhetorical question, right?
Then don't ask it to me.
Rhetorical.
Don't ask me.
RH. No, listen. This is a rhetorical question,
Don't
right?
ask it to me if it's rhetorical.
So, I'm rolling with you, but I just respectfully feel like you move the goalpost when it becomes. Let me show you. I feel like you move the goalpost if it's vice versa. If you know, you meet a nigga, by happenstance, you find out that you know his friend, and his friend is a big hoe. He don't fuck, nigga. Nigga. You know because you're friends with his man, and you know that nigga don't fuck the whole world.
Let me finish. Questions.
Let me finish. If you dealing with a dude and you find out that his man, and you find out that he was fucking everybody in the world, you probably feel like, yo, this nigga is actually his friend, so he might be keeping that same energy.
I ask questions.
All right,
I don't
what does
make
that mean?
assumptions. If I
So
know
ask- all right, you
the
ask
friends
questions.
in common, I'm like, yo, when y'all going out and doing that whole shit, is he doing that shit with you? Sometimes they be like, yeah. Sometimes they be like, no. Okay, but I don't
So if
know
he say
unless
that-
I ask
hold
a
on,
question,
boo,
and then I can make a decision if he says yes. Because guess what?
Bougie.
Sometimes I don't want to make every dude I fuck my man.
Bougie.
Maybe I just want to have you do some whole shit and be like,
Bougie,
thank you
hold-
so much, and go about your
Bougie.
business.
Okay, cool.
Broadway,
Hold on, wait,
Broadway,
guys, hold on.
Broadway, Broadway,
Bougie.
Broadway.
I get it.
Yes.
If he's doing whatever and you're
Right.
asking the questions, does it change the trajectory of him actually knocking off the world? And are you judging him by way of what his friend does? Because we all know the saying, right? It don't come from nowhere. Birds of a feather
Flock together.
Birds of a feather flock together. We know that doesn't come from nowhere. And normally what happens is if I'm dealing with a compulsive liar and my significant other witnessed that, she may think that at some point or another, guess what?
You want to lie.
I'm going to lie.
But
and I'm not saying that it's absolute and it's a fact across boards. I'm saying that don't come from nowhere. We're just not Bluetoothing shit from anywhere. That comes from somewhere. So respectfully, if I'm dealing with a woman and she has whole friends and it just gets to the point where you may feel as a man, you know what? And vice versa. I wouldn't, like if my lady felt some sort of way about me having whole friends, I could understand that. And I'm holding myself accountable and wouldn't look at her no sort of way because I understand where she may be coming from. I got whole friends. You know what? Listen.
You got whole friends. You got whole friends. Say it. I have whole friends, because that's what you was going to say. You got whole friends.
I've had niggas in my life that are liars. I mean, these niggas are lie about the weather right now. You'll be standing in front of the corner bodega getting the chopped cheese, and that nigga be like, yeah, nigga, it's raining outside. You be like, you look outside the door, you be like, it's not raining. But he be like, nigga, it's raining. He'll tell you a lot. Like, I've had friends that move like that. In my latter age, I've learned that, and you know these niggas. I've learned that, you know what? Don't ask of others
what you're not willing to do yourself.
What you're not willing to expect from yourself. Mm-hmm. So if I'm dating, just to bring it full circle, right? Which camera I'm on? If I'm, just to bring it full circle, if I'm dating a woman and I'm not willing to rise to the occasion and I got whole friends, cool, I understand why she may judge me, right? If I'm dealing with niggas that's coming in niggas in women's mouths and they're kissing them, and I share that intimate detail with my significant other, and she judged me by it, I may understand why. I'm big on accountability, and I personally, Broadway, haven't always been in the space that I'm in right now before you all. Just keeping it 100. Pass the mic over here, please. Pass the mic over here. I haven't always been in this space. But it's almost like where D go, the Matrix, right? Once you awaken and you have certain downloads and you know certain shit, you know you be looking at shit a little bit like, you know, like when you say something to a dog and the dog be like.
I just refuse to entertain certain things. And I understand what you're saying.
And
yes.
you say something to a dog and the dog be like, y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all ever had dogs and y'all talk to a dog and the dog be like they trying to understand what you talking about? That's me. And I haven't always been in a space that I'm in right now with being honest and transparent about certain shit. And a lot of times, I can say what Show said. I don't look at it as a genre thing, right? I look at it as
that would be a dating preference.
As a people thing where niggas be doing whole shit, hoes be doing whole shit.
Can we say women be doing whole shit? Because you said, like, let's just keep it equal. Look ahead.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Shaquana gotta go.
Tap it with me, Rose.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Me personally, I don't judge the person that I hang out with or the person that I date by the person that they hang out with, for the simple fact, I could be dating you. He's a big-time drug dealer. I don't really consider, I'm not gonna think in the back of my head that you're gonna be a drug dealer because you ain't a block nigga. You can't handle that fucking pack. He can handle all of that shit. So I can't sit there and hoist what he does on you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I separate that shit. Y'all may have history to where you might have been getting jumped or something and he helped you out. So because he's a drug dealer, you can't sit there and be like, well, he saved my life, but he's a drug dealer, so I can't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all bond is. The bond with my friends, I help my friends get a lot of business. Cleaning business, you know what I'm saying? Party decoration, but I'm the whole fucking friend. I'm the whole friend. But when I'm out doing whole shit, and I know that my friends are in relationships, I don't subject my friends to that. First of all, you cutting into my wholeness. So I don't want you cutting into my wholeness. I want all the wholeness for myself, especially if the nigga paying. I want all of that because I can get the lace front, the bag, and the shoes. If I put you on, I'm probably just getting the lace front. That's not a complete thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't hold you accountable for what someone else does because that's probably not your cup of tea. That's not your cup of tea. This person steals all the time, but you know, even you looking at something, you busting a sweat. So it's not you. It's not you. So I'm not gonna sit there and be like, well, since your friend be stealing shit, I'ma think that you gonna start stealing shit.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So Rube, right? Mm-hmm. I get that, right? Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with it as long as you lead with that shit in the front and give the significant other the option of whether or not they want to deal with that. You understand me? So if you're transparent and you're saying, yo, I know, let's say, I say to my significant other, I know my nigga is a liar, he be doing fuck shit, whatever, and I let her know that, and she chooses to still be here, it's fine, right? Because what we stated earlier in the pod, right? Sometimes people say, if you're okay with it up front, you gotta be okay with it later.
So because,
and go ahead.
So because your friend is a hoe, I'm supposed to end things with you, or I'm supposed to look at you a certain way?
No.
I penalize you for that?
No, what I'm saying is it's your prerogative, right? You can do what you choose to do with that, right? If you're okay with that, then you're okay with that, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're okay with it, there's nothing wrong with it. However, the opposite side to that coin is if you're not okay with it, guess what? You fucking guessed it. There's nothing wrong with that neither. You know, so my thing is, just like D said with the baby mother, baby father, if you're okay with your significant other dating and still having a relationship, going out to dinner, whatever, just one-on-one with the significant other, If you're okay with that in the beginning, you got to be okay with it later. Don't move the goalposts and say, later, I have an issue with X, Y, Z, when in the beginning you didn't have an issue with it. And that's my whole gist in this dialogue through first, second, and third segment. Don't move the goalposts. Don't move it. If you're okay with it in the beginning, don't tell. If I met my woman and she was 500 pounds and now all of a sudden she's 150 pounds, I don't have the right or the goal. I shouldn't have the goal to say to her, hold on,
Right,
you
because
lost
you
weight, you
accepted
looking
it.
crazy. I met you like this. So be okay with how you are later on because I was okay with that initially. Why move the goalpost?
That's understood, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We have to stop making your friends so important that they determine the severity of our relationship, or that determine the you know what I'm saying, the outcome or the opinion of this relationship. Because at the end of the day,
I
it's
agree
fuck
with
your
that.
friends. It's me and you. Who are you? What are you about? That nigga sell crack on the corner all motherfucking day, but that's not you.
Yeah.
That's not Broadway. Broadway's about business. Broadway's about podcasting. Broadway's about uplifting. So yeah, you're gonna have a couple of fucking duds. You know what I'm saying? Are all your pancakes in your thing popping? Absolutely not. All your pancakes don't have a crisp edge. You didn't put a lot of butter on all of those pancakes. Some of them you forgot to put some butter on. You know what I'm saying? But I can't judge you on your friends. That's little kid shit. You know what I'm saying? We grown. We grown. You should have control over your circle in the first place anyway. And if my circle is my circle, then my circle has proven themselves to be there. So yeah, you sucking 3 or 4 dicks. That's fine. I just know not to drink off of you, sis.
So look.
Respectfully. Respectfully, right.
2-minute warning. Hold on. Rules. I agree with that. Right. I agree with that for the most part. But again, that's only applicable. That only applies in the spaces where the person that you kicking that shit to, they're okay with that.
If you're not okay with it, okay, thank you, next.
If you're saying
Thank you, next.
If I'm dating you and
Thank you, next.
if I'm dating you and you come to me and you kicking that shit and I'm not okay with it, there's nothing wrong. I'm just showing the other side to it. What you're saying is 100%, right? If the nigga is okay with that. As a man, if you're saying that to me and I'm not okay with it, guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. Let's keep it equal and not move the goalposts and make it okay for you and not okay for me. If you've been vaccinated and I'm not vaccinated, and you're judging me, but I'm not judging you, I'm looking at you different because, well, you're looking at me some sort of way. Y'all get that analogy? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, don't move the goalposts and make it okay for you and it's not okay for me. And I feel like honestly, if we're talking and keeping it 100, more often than not, if we're going back to the question will women ever own up to picking the wrong men and stop trying to punish all men for their poor decisions? I feel like women, I'm not sure if we're in that space yet because women don't always, women receive information differently. And going back to what Bougie said, I feel like women receive information based off of presumptions and not actual facts.
But wait, I also said that I ask questions. And can we say,
Yeah, but what was
based
that
off of this
for?
conversation, men make decisions off of presumptions. Your whole soliloquy
This is a fact.
was I'm making shit off of presumptions,
fact.
right?
Men
And
do.
but there are consequences to that. Number one, be it for good or for bad. I also think to a certain extent, it's about how we're socialized, right? It is okay for men to say, oh yeah, you know, me and my homies, we be just tearing these women down and doing what we do, and it is what it is. Yeah. And you kind of got to eat that. And then at some point when y'all decide to get off your hoe shit, right, act like adults, then it's like, God, the clouds have parted and God has spoken, and it's just a brand new freaking day, right?
Listen.
When women decide to be like, hey, you know what, I'm not quite going to do that. I'm not quite going to live the life that, the things that I did when I was 25, I'm not going to do when I'm 30 or 35. Now it's like, but remember,
That's
back.
right.
She's
That's
a hoe.
right, 'cause
The fact that you know her and she does this, you can never get rid of that letter. That's that patriarchal, toxic, misogynistic bullshit.
Because when Amber Rose got cheated on, they said she deserved it because she was a hoe back in the day.
And quiet as it's kept, the way that whole question is even presented. How dare you think that women, who made y'all so important to think that we treat all of y'all the same way? Maybe I'm treating you like a fuck nigga because you a fuck nigga because you do fuck nigga shit, right? It ain't got nothing to do with the dude before you, right? It has nothing, it's not about the men that I date. This is about you and your bullshit. And since you want to go and give me bullshit, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to give you bullshit kind of responses. That's what that is. The entitlement, oh my gosh. Please,
Bougie,
please.
Bougie, your bun is just
It's
giving,
crazy.
No. Your bun is just sashaying, honey. That shit is
what it
just,
just-
that shit is giving me.
That's how you know it's mine.
Yeah,
because it
that
moves.
shit is just giving me light. That shit is just going left and right, and it's
Hopefully
just
it
bouncing.
look it's
shout
still
out
there.
To the, shout out to the. No, it look good. It's
Thank
good.
you.
You good. Listen, guys. You know we unpacked a lot. I think that there's a lesson to be learned here. You know, men and women. I think that we come into situations honestly, and we think that we holier than thou, and women ain't shit no more than men ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. Women
I can get behind that.
I'm just keeping it 100.
That's equity.
Women be thinking that they are to be treated a certain way, and men too. Men be thinking they are to be treated a certain way with a certain je ne sais quoi. And respectfully,
that's different. That would be different.
They're not exempt. They're not men. We aren't exempt from the fuck shit no more than the women are. And you know, in season 5, I strongly, in my best effort, it's in my best effort to unpack and get to the bottom of men aren't better than women, women aren't better than men, and we need to get to the bottom of that and realize that. A lot of times we come into situations and women think that they're better than, men think that they're better than, and that's what stops us in the dating phase from getting to know one another in our absolute purest form. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of dope commentary. Shout out to my guy Show, Kenny Dub. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shantae, Dave. I see everybody back there. You know what I mean? My guy Scorp, my twin. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man. I see a lot of good energy in the room. And the commentary, you know, we couldn't have did this without you guys. I'm here for a shout out to Bougie. Round of applause for Bougie tapping in as co-host.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep that same energy.
You know, always keep that same energy.
Yeah. I like that. Good energy
fives.
tonight.
Thank you.
You know, again, this isn't about, you know, because my name is in the title of the podcast, this ain't about me. This is about you guys, and this is about me learning what you guys have to offer and teach me. You know what I'm saying? And teach one another, and we can think and grow rich together. You know, I'm really proud of you guys, seriously, because looking around the room and looking at the skin tone and the complexion of everybody, we are people of color, and I know that, you know, we didn't, you know, everybody at the end of the day don't want to be alone. Everybody want to be in a relationship to some extent or another. You know, hope, God willing, is healthy. God willing is peaceful. God willing is not abusive. You know, we want to be in situations where we can think and grow rich from.
Well, that's because we are inherently social creatures, right? You can absolutely see how socialization impacts people's development for the better or for the worse. So yeah, I think that it is incumbent on, I mean, hey, that's what community does, right?
Yeah.
Community gives us the space to have impact on each other outside of a sexual relationship, right? We need our friends just like we need our family.
Yeah. So, wise words from a wise woman.
Thank you.
Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know my vibe, man. Make sure you tap in liveonbroadwaypodcast.com. Make sure you tap in with the Giants. You know what I'm talking about. What's your Instagram name, Queen?
Eve_Moneypenny.
Money bags, run it up. You heard? You know what I'm saying? You know, make sure you tap in. Shout out to my team. Allison, Make sure you tap in. I am Allison _ Grace. I got that right? Ooh, check me out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Make sure you tap in. Raina _ Elaine 99. You know what I mean? Give my guy Marker a mic. Swing him a mic fast, please. What's your Instagram name one time, King?
Worldwide _ Mark.
Worldwide _ Mark. You know what I'm saying? We out here working. We getting to the bottom line. Shout out to Shantae, Dave. I see you. Shout out to Hey Twin. You know what I'm saying? We outside with it. Y'all know my vibes, man, all the time. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be giant. Pull.
Clear.
Money coming, money goes.
Do you have relationship questions you need answered? Spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM _ Broadway's Instagram. Clear.